Hey y'all, hey y'all. It's a little, late night live. What's up? Hey Mary Blue, hey CC. Don't forget to come in and like the video on your way in. I am going to allow for people to call in. I am just going to, briefly talk and then we'll just let the conversation just flow. Okay? Hey Mary Blue. Mary Blue said, I've never heard of this so called influencer. However, I watched a reaction video from another YouTuber I follow, and this mm, was very wrong and ignorant of her in her little video. Girl, go on. I didn't say the word too early because y'all know how YouTube is. Let me go ahead and show the disclaimer right now before we get started. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come in, but I do just want to make it known that the topics, views, and opinions expressed in this video and on Audrey Marcel's YouTube channel are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video should be taken as facts, and everything is alleged. Okay, and then we do have the copyright disclaimer shown on the screen, and it is in the description box as well. Just had a, COA. Oh, yes, CC, I definitely am going to be screening everyone. Okay. So, you guys know that a couple of days ago, I believe yesterday, day before yesterday, y'all, did y'all feel like this week went by a little too fast? It went back by a little too fast. I've been really, I'm in school, and when I say school is kicking my butt, school is kicking my butt. So my days have been running together. But nonetheless, the day before yesterday, I did put out a video regarding a YouTube influencer named Briana Monique. And Briana Monique, like I said in the video, she is a YouTube influencer. She is the black girl luxury. She's in the black girl luxury sector. Let's just put it like that. Like they consist of a lot of different black women or just women in general. Let me just not because some people said that or feel as if this particular person, Brianna, is not black. She is biracial. So I'm just gonna call her biracial. Anyway, this sector just consists of like luxury hauls, makeup hauls. When I first started watching Brianna, she was actually a beauty channel. So, that's how I seen her. She didn't start vlogging until like a year ago or maybe a year and a half ago, but she strictly started off doing like videos of her makeup and like hauls. So, that's the person that I saw first, okay? So, nonetheless, she was doing a video or she was in a vlog and she was talking about a black hair care line and how she was excited to try it. And then she made some comments about basically how she's excited to try it and that she wants her mom to try it as well because her mom has nappy hair, like African American hair. These are her words. I'm just paraphrasing. And she was saying how basically she feels blessed to not have to have that type of hair because basically she watched her mom have to deal and struggle with that with her hair and cut it off because it was too much to deal with. Blase, blase, blase. Well, for the past 2 days, a lot has been going on regarding a lot of people, black women in particular, calling her out regarding her comments. It first started on the actual video. Allegedly, her supporters was in her comments and they claimed that she was allegedly clapping back and being very standoffish, using the verbiage of like, I have time today. Like, very, she wasn't open to what they were saying. And so a lot of people were like, "What?" And I believe I'm not gonna take credit, but I believe I was like the first, no, not the first. I think I was like the second or the third person to make a video. So my comments instantly blew up because a lot of people had thoughts and opinions about what happened, and then especially the fact that she was first clapping back in her YouTube comments, then she turned the comments off. Then people were in her Instagram comments, and I caught a few in my video. Then she turned off her Instagram comments. So it's been a long 2 days, y'all. I'm not even involved, and my comments are in shambles. So yeah, that tells you something. I have like almost 400 comments, and people are being rude to me, people are being rude to the other people in the comments, and I'm not usually someone who like deletes comments or like argues in the comments, but some people are taking it too far to the point where I'm like, I'm not even responding back. I'll just let your comment sit there, you know. But nonetheless, a lot of people were trying to figure out if she was going to apologize. And Mary said that's what she gets. So a lot of people was trying to figure out if she was going to apologize. And I'm sorry, y'all. Let me make sure that I say hi to everybody coming in. Hi, Tade. Hi, All Eyes on Me. Hi, Dovely. Hey, Cece. I already said hi to you. Hi, Miss Brader Life. Hi, Ayana. Thank you for subscribing. You guys don't forget to like. So back to what I was saying. She did issue an apology today on her community tab, and baby, it's like 4 paragraphs long. Now, I'm not in the field of telling someone how to apologize, what to do, none of that. So I'm gonna, read of the a little bit of the community post. If y'all want me to keep going, I'll go. But baby, it's a long community post. I think you guys should check it out on your own because it's like I said, it's long, and she gives a backstory, and then she gives just her closing remarks. So about 10 hours ago, she said, "Hey, loves, I'm coming on here to sincerely apologize to any and all beautiful Black African American women with any hair texture that I offended by my comment on my latest vlog. In no way did I mean to make it seem like my hair is better than anyone else's. I most definitely used the wrong words, and that was my mistake. I am not anti Black or a colorist. If you all didn't know, I was raised in a Black household. My mother is Black, and my stepdad, who raised me, is Black. My biological father is white, but was never raised by that side of my family and still have never had any relationship with that side of me. Me and my mom talk every day and have normal conversations, and my mom used the words or and my mom used the words naps when it comes to her hair. My dad growing up would make little jokes about my hair being a mess, calling me nappy hair little girl, but it was all jokes and no one took it personal. Everyone makes mistakes, and if you truly know me, you would know that the comment I said didn't come from a bad or negative place. I used the wrong words, and sometimes people have to be educated to not make certain mistakes anymore. I felt comfortable saying what I said based on conversations me and my mom have had behind the camera, and my mom loves her hair. Never said she didn't, and I never said she had bad or ugly hair. My statement was just based off conversations me and my mom had, and she would just always tell me to be thankful for your hair, thankful that your hair is more manageable, um, and not to ever complain about my hair because other people have daily struggles with their hair. Never did I cherish my hair. It's just something my mom would always instill in me because of her hair journey. This was definitely a lesson learned for me. I promise I'm not a mean girl or think I'm better. Like I said, if you knew me in real life, I am nothing but nice, genuine, and always willing to help others. I used poor word choices. I never meant to make people feel like their hair isn't beautiful or they aren't blessed to have their hair texture. I stand behind all Black women because I am a Black woman myself, a proud one at that. We are all beautiful in our own ways, and I truly am sorry for those I may feel like their hair isn't beautiful. This was definitely a lesson learned for me. I've always supported Black businesses and will continue to, and I will continue to apologize to anyone else that was offended by my comments. She then goes on to say, and for those who said I turned off my comments to run away from what I said, that wasn't the case. People have now started to bully me and say things that doesn't even relate to what I said, and I don't want to keep reading the negativity. Thank you for all that have educated me on what I should have said and more. Also, thank you to the ones who gave me products to share with my mom to help her with her hair also. I planned on making a video of me apologizing, but I'm dealing with an eye infection right now and look crazy to be on camera and didn't want to wait long and you guys think I don't care. Again, I sincerely apologize to anyone that I offended. So that is what she said. Let me read y'all comments. If she can disrespect Black women in a video using vicious words, she needs to give an apology in the same way. When people show their true colors, believe them. Hey D, hey XXXOOO. So yes, you guys heard it here first. She said, she did apologize. Now, with apologies, they can go either way. Like for me, I already suspected this, y'all. I said it in my video. The unfortunate reality is a lot of people talk like this in their homes. Does that make it right? Hell no. That's why I'm for information and education, right? But it's not unheard of that people talk like this in their home. Earlier or late last year, Eva Marcel was called out for using the word nappy. And she's like, I didn't mean it like that. I call my daughter's hair nappy when it needs to be combed. And a lot of people had to educate her as well about how, you know, how hurtful or how poor of a choice wording that is to say, when we're talking about hair. And a lot of people go back and forth about nappy not being a mean word or, things like that. My stance is my stance. I'm not telling anyone to feel the way I feel. I personally don't use the word nappy. I don't think there's anything positive about the word nappy, because I've never felt the urge when I'm giving someone a compliment. I've never said, "Oh my god, I love your nappy hair." Like, it's no. That's me though. But I do know people that be like, "Girl, I'm proud to have nappy hair. I love every nap in my head." I have heard people say that. And then more importantly, I have heard women and men, like she said, in her apology, her dad also referred to her as like a nappy head little girl. I've heard that. I mean, I'm not going to play like it's unheard of. So when I made my video, I made that absolutely clear. Like, y'all, she said it because that's how they talk. It's just the reality. Um, so a lot of people will rub the wrong way with the apology just because they felt like she skipped over the moral of the issue, which was the way that she actually handled the comments when she initially posted the video. I did read through her community post, and some people just let her know, like, it was the way that you came in the comments when we initially told you that really rubbed me the wrong way. Then you turned off the comments, and so they felt like this could have maybe been handled a lot better, and they felt like the apology is now coming because everybody's on her, basically. That's how some people feel. Some people feel as if, hey, I understand completely why you said that. I actually can relate, and I forgive you. I feel like the choice is yours whether you want to forgive her or not, or feel like her apology is sincere. Like I said, I already called it. I already knew what it was, so I wasn't necessarily looking for an apology. I only made my video to educate and inform about why you have to be careful of the words that you say, especially on a public platform and especially as a influencer. Hey Juno. Hey Valencia. Kyra says she doesn't use it either. I don't see the point. Jayla said, yeah, nappy has a negative connotation associated with it. Exactly. All Eyes on Me said that she doesn't either. Lauren said, I will say I cannot sit here and act like I loved my hair texture growing up. It's something I had to learn to love, even against society's negative views of my type of hair texture. Absolutely, Lauren. And that is what we're going to move this live into. I'm not going to continue to regurgitate the same information. People have their feelings for how Briana is and how they want to deal with it going forward. But I feel like this is a bigger issue. Now, does it suck that she has to be the conversation starter? Absolutely. However, we have to have this conversation, period, point blank, because my comments, like I said, are in shambles. I feel like a lot of people play, um, or a lot of people rather yell than get educated and actually use their voice for a purpose. Like, I feel like a lot of people rather just talk about it than be about it. And that's not me, y'all. I don't give a rat's ass. I'm going to educate, and I'm going to allow people to educate me. I'm not for no boosie, whack, oh, pity party, like, "Oh, these people hate our hair," but I'm damn sure not gonna lay down and be attacked and be accused of self-hate, being accused of siding with someone who hates me or putting biracial women, in a pedestal. I'm just not. So we're gonna lay out the facts, and we're gonna really talk about what it is and how this really did strike a conversation that needs to be had, but a lot of people need to be educated before they start running their mouth. XXXOOO said, I've never used the word nappy, especially not as a compliment. Exactly. I don't see how nappy is a compliment ever. Lauren said, just as someone with a platform, we have to do better. Choice of words are so important. I just hope she truly does some introspection exactly about her feelings about black hair. Exactly. And that is the reason why I really wanted to talk about it. I felt like maybe I did not go into enough details in my original video. A lot of people rather talk about whether she's black or biracial, and they want to talk about bull crap. Like, y'all just have to read the comments. Y'all really do. Um, Ayana brings up another good point, but on that other side of that, we have to stop saying, "Oh, you have good hair." See, whenever I hear the verbiage of good hair, I always say, what?" Because all hair is good. If it's growing, it's good, baby. If it's growing, because some people cannot grow hair, some people cannot retain moisture. Like that to me is bad hair. Good hair is anything that is on the top of your head that is thriving. And the beautiful thing about our hair is it is, first of all, the beautiful thing about us, like, let's just talk about us for a second, especially as Black women. I love being a Black woman. No, I cannot relate to every struggle. Yes, I may be talk about our struggles a little too much for some people's comfort on my platform. However, I love being a Black woman. I know the power that I hold. And I am thankful that I grew up in a household and that I still maintain this environment to be around people that appreciate me and love me and know my worth. Like I know it, but it feels good to be in an environment that other people know it. Like I can't like my husband, he bigs me up. Like he was about to start coming in my comments yesterday. My children, they love themselves, and I feel like although who you are and your self identity start at home, we have so many vices against us as Black individuals, especially as Black women. No matter how good of a foundation we may have, this world loves to chew us up and spit us the fuck out. And then tell us our beliefs, tell us our worth, and it's not right. I'm sorry, Brittany, you didn't get a notification. Kyra, yes, the comments were sad. The comments were sad, and they missed the whole point. Like, people don't realize unless they watch me enough that I am a no, Miss Bird Life. They're on the actual video that I did 2 days ago. But people don't realize that I actually study history, that I actually talk about these things, learn these things on a day to day basis. So a lot of people get caught up in the hype and what sounds good and what they heard on TikTok and Facebook posts. And it's really like, whatever. So switching gears, there is a this is an unfortunate and disgusting narrative that I really want to talk about, and I really want you guys to call in if you guys are comfortable with this. Now, there are people that are talking about how she's not wrong for what she said, and that a lot of Black women with 4C feel the same way, that their hair is a quote unquote burden and harder to manage. And then to overcome that, they wear weave. Now, I hate the fact that we have to justify why we do our hair the way we do our hair. I am so big on minding your goddamn business. If I want to wear weave, let me do it. If I want to wear box braids, let me do it. But the narrative that is being promoted and the information that's being pushed is that we are, for some reason, wearing weave because we don't like our hair, and that if we loved our hair, we would wear it more. Now, in my video, I broke down the Crown Act and what exactly it means. This continue like no one's talking about this. No one's talking about the real deal issue, and maybe the reasons why women wear weave, or one of the reasons why women wear weave. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about the Crown Act, and then Whoever wants to call in can call in. Now, this is the black hair discrimination map. As you see in the black, those are the states banning black hair discrimination. How much black do y'all see? Okay, so in the darker gray, those are the states that are entering the Crown Act. So that means that it's been put up to their state and that they are reviewing it. They have not made the final decision yet. There is one city with the ban where where state ban does not exist yet. So that's in Cincinnati. And then in the lighter gray, that is the states without black hair discrimination laws. Now, what is black hair discrimination? Like a lot of people think that this is like that it doesn't exist. A lot of people don't even know that this is something that's real. So the Crown Act was something that was implemented because of this. Now, why do we need the Crown Act? The Crown Act is that, basically talks about how Black women are 1.5 times more likely to be sent home from their workplace because of their hair. Black women are 83% more likely to be judged on their looks more harshly than any other women. Black women's hair is 3.4 times more likely to be perceived as unprofessional, and 80% of Black women reported have had to change their natural hair to fit in at work. Okay, so I want to know in the comments below, are you guys aware of this? Did you guys even know that this is real? Did you guys know? Have you guys ever experienced this? Now, I'm going to tell you guys a true story. Um, and the main reason why I keep bringing it up, I work in a I work in a professional field, and I've always had natural hair. I've always wore my hair curly, but especially as an adult, I'm wearing it curly. And every time I went to work, I would be told things like sly things like, mm, are you okay? Oh, your hair's crazy. Or some people be like, your hair is cool. Now, because of these states not passing the laws that that we can act on being discriminated against, when I'm getting those comments, I can't do anything about it. So even though I'm in an uncomfortable workplace environment, although I'm uncomfortable, although I feel like I'm being targeted, although I feel like I'm being ridiculed, I cannot do anything about it. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people feel like they have to go to work in order to survive, especially if you have children. So just imagine if you went to a workplace and it was a hostile work environment because of your hair. Your hair was constantly the conversation starter for whatever reason, especially by your leadership, and you can't file a complaint. You just have to go home and fix it, right? It's weird. It's wrong. So now this it doesn't just stop at um it doesn't just stop that at work. A lot of people are failing to realize that this discrimination is not limited to just your workplace. It actually happens in the school environment and is happening to our children. Another story, I went to a private high school. I went to a Catholic high school. And at the time, I didn't know this. Me or my peers, me or my counterparts, we did not know this, but we had a program where basically to help afford our tuition, we had to work one day out of the week. I wish one of my classmates would have been on this panel. But anyway, we had to work one day out of the week, which means we worked in corporate America. And at my school, we had what you would call a dress code. There was a list of appropriate hairstyles and colors and a list of inappropriate hairstyles and colors, y'all. On top of that, we had a dress code that limited to what we can wear, and we can make another video about how the Black women's body have been sexualized and how we are treated differently for wearing the same outfit that someone that's not as curvaceous wears it. But anyway, so we were told like, hey, we would be pulled out of class. I was never, but I have a friend that was put out of class 3 times, y'all. The first time she had kinky twist, and the color was red, not fire red, more of a copper red. And the principal told her that she needed to take the braids out. She's like, "Why would I need to take my braids out?" And they're like, "Because that's not appropriate." And she's like, "What are y'all talking about?" And they said, "Your hair is not appropriate. It's not even a real hair color." Copper is a real hair color, y'all. Like gingers, I hate to say that word because it's wrong, but yeah, you can see red ginger hair or copper hair in gingers. So because her mom, of course, made a fit like my baby is not getting these braids taken down, y'all out your mind. They told her she could not come back to school until she changed the color of her hair. So she had to go get temporary hairspray to change the color of her hair. She had to spray her hair a different color. So when we talk about how we are perceived and when we talk about the reasons why we do what we do or feel the way we feel, do y'all feel like we have a safe space to be us? Do y'all feel like we have any place besides maybe our homes? And that's limited because we know in some of our homes you will be called nappy headed. Where is a safe place for us to be us? Where do we let our hair down at? Literally. Because if we want to talk about the reasons why we're wearing weave, and if we want to talk about how if we love ourselves and if we didn't have any self hate, we wouldn't wear weave and Malaysian hair and Indonesian hair, where can we wear our hair? Like, where? This is why people are missing the point, and this is why I say education is important because y'all make it seem like it's so easy to just wake up one day and love yourself. Y'all make it seem like it's so easy to wake up one day and wear your hair when literally, if you fall in one of these states, Shotty, if you fall in one of these states, you are screwed. Okay? So, yes, we can say, speaking hypothetically, I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to take my tracks out because I'm wearing my tracks. Mind you, this is air quotes. I'm wearing my tracks because I don't like my hair. It's too much to deal with. But I'm going to make a change. And I go to work. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling a little uneasy, but I'm still going to try it. I'm feeling kind of confident. And I get to work and they say, "What's wrong with your hair?" Oh, different hairstyle? Hmm. What do we do then? Hmm? What do we do then? Do we put back in those tracks? Do we, well, can't file a complaint. Sucks to live in Texas. Can't file a complaint. So what do we do? I'm gonna go through the comments. I think it's harmful to assume why we wear wigs and weaves. Some women have thick, healthy hair under. Some women have alopecia and are bald and wear them to feel more feminine. Exactly. Some, when we go through chemo, are losing hair due to medication. Exactly, Lauren. It's always best to mind your business. It costs nothing. Exactly, especially when we're talking about the black woman's hair. Just to clarify, I was referring to the topic and the ladies that feel they need to wear a wig to hide their natural hair in order to fit in. I'm well aware of the reasons people wear wigs. Oh, yeah. Black Fairy said, "Hey, I just joined the chat and girl, change her braid color. Not crazy, I would be pissed." Yeah, but that was literally the reason why we're talking about the Crown Act and why it's so important and why a lot of black women are actually pushing this, and, it's not getting pushed enough. It's really not. But back then, I was in high school in 2009. So, yeah, this was unheard of. There was nothing we could do. She had to spray her hair. Got you. Just adding the comment. Oh, okay. You're talking to Brittany. Loving yourself is a lifelong commitment. Exactly, AK. It is definitely a lifelong commitment. And we are the only ones that have to justify what we do. Yes, Trey. I'm not sure which state. I think you're in Missouri too. I think you're in St. Louis. Yeah, we're entering it, so it's up for state. Hey, Robot Mom. Hey, Lovely Vibes. Bree is doomed. Situation like this are never normally over by the next day. People will be talking about this all weekend. So, Montana, we can circle back to that. In a hospital I worked at in Ghana, the women at work are not allowed to wear hair color or color hair, just natural color braids as protocol for professionalism. I can understand not allowing unnatural colors. Right, but her hair was a natural color. Copper, which is like a ginger, that's a natural color. It was not purple, it was not green, it was not blue. Mm-mm. And mind you, they continue to do this to her even when she would just get black braids. They would just be like, it's just not professional. She's actually still my friend till this day. My friend works for hospitals and she has different colors in her hair. Her boss was like, "Are you going to change your hair?" But a white lady had pink hair. Thank you, Trey. I was just about to say that. I was reading a text. Thank you, Trey. Thank you for bringing this up. So there is a notion that that unnatural hair color cannot be placed on black women, because when white women do it, they are trending, they are stylish, they are eccentric, right? Because literally we have had them wearing white hair, um purple hair, blue hair, rainbow hair, all that, and they never get told they can't. So it's always a give and take, and that's why I keep saying, like, to be educated and be well versed on the issue of hair. Y'all cannot try to gaslight us and justify or tell us that we are wearing weave because we hate ourselves and that we need to love ourselves, but then we are not in a safe space to love ourselves and to even be ourselves. A lot of people grow up in very, very, very toxic environments where they are not loved the proper way. And then they have to figure it out on their own. Like AK said, that is a lifelong commitment to love yourself. I personally don't deal with this issue, but a lot of people do. And I don't think it's fair to put a coat on someone and say, "Girl, I know you're not mad at this girl for saying she's blessed to have this hair when you wear weave." It's not the same thing. Britney Spears never wears her real hair. It's always a weave. We don't tell her she don't love herself. She don't even wear her real hair color. We don't tell her that she don't love herself. Black women are the only ones that are told how to feel. We are the only ones that get gaslighted whenever we speak our piece, which is causing generational trauma. It really is. Period, point blank. I had a manager who had an undercut and green hair. No one said a word to her. Girl, we're not confused. When they wear it, they are being fashionable. Exactly. Imara, her apology is on her community tab on YouTube. Um, Tiangela said, "I spent many years under guidance like that in the Army. We have changed some over the years, but it's crazy. At one point, we couldn't wear braids until they saw that it helped us be ready faster." Wow. Wow. Hold on. So they was like, okay, you can keep the braids because it helped you get ready faster. Yeah, I tried it. Yeah, I tried it. Trey said, I got long box braids and was anxious about wearing them to work. The white people I worked with complimented my hair. My black coworker said something to me out of all people. I was like, wow. Exactly. Uncle Ruckus. It's always one. It's always one. Hey, Miss Jacqueline. Black Fairy said, "I want to wear pink hair. That doesn't mean I'm not professional. Black women have the right to wear crazy colors as well." Exactly, Black Fairy. First of all, our hair is our crown. A lot of people think that that's just something that we say for fun. It's really our crown. Besides our skin color and maybe a few other things, maybe like our shoes or our outfit, the first thing people notice is our hair. Like, quit playing. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. So when we call it a crown, and that's why, if y'all didn't know, I make hair bows for little girls, and my slogan is her first crown, because when you can't wear a crown, you'll wear a bow in its place. I'm so passionate about that because you have to be confident about what grows out of your head. But I don't see how anybody can be confident when they're told so many mean things. Like, there's science experiments where people have a control environment and then like a experimental environment, and they use plants. One, in the control, they speak negatively to the plant, and then in another one, they sing to the plant, they talk positively to the plant. Which plant do y'all think grows? Which one? The one that you guys speak positively to. Statistics and studies show that if you speak negative to something, it slowly dies. So if we are only speaking negatively and being gaslit about how we feel, especially regarding our hair, do y'all think our confidence is going to grow or die? Which one? Jacqueline said, so true because I was hated on because I had long hair. Black girls were jealous because of it. And that's the thing. And that's why I kept saying, like, we can't win for losing. We have two vices. We have our own that we really need to get in check. We know that we need to do some work in our culture, but we also have systematic things in place that also hinder us as well. So we damned if we do, we damned if we don't. So we damned if we wear our natural hair and we damned if we don't, because we have people that gaslight us every time we, tell someone that wasn't right for you to say, like, my hair is nappy, or I felt a way because I looked up to you. Because let's be real, Briana Monique, people did look up to. Did I? No, I'm a grown ass woman, but I'm pretty sure she has some people that do look up to her and admire her. And if they watched her video and they're going through a natural hair journey or a struggle, and they seen her say that, they could perceive that as, dang, so she thinks my hair is nappy. I'm cursed because she says she's blessed. These are just hypothetical things. But y'all cannot counteract how someone feels by saying, "But you wear weave though." What? Like, I've been tight about it for 2 days, y'all. I really have had an attitude about it for 2 days. 2 days. And then some people were in my comments like, "Y'all just mad because black women have dry, brittle ass hair." Like, these are the things that people are saying, and I'm like, "But y'all just proving our point more and more." Proving our point more and more. Like, how was that your justification? Exactly. Because we supposed to have dry, brittle hair, girl. We're supposed to be withering away. But we can't wear weave, though. Can't wear weave. We got to wear our dry, brittle hair. And then a lot of us are just too lazy because we know how hard it is to deal with our hair. Y'all, y'all, first of all, the narrative of y'all don't want to deal with y'all own hair, and I don't have to. I don't have to. I don't have to. The beauty industry is a billion-dollar industry for a reason. I will pay someone. Why? Girl, I don't gotta comb my hair for you to think I love my hair. The hell? I can go down the street. I can go to a shop. What are y'all talking about? Like, where do y'all come up with these justifications for being trash and thinking ignorantly? Y'all don't want to wear y'all real hair because it's too much maintenance. Nah, baby, I'm gonna go to my homegirl. She's gonna wash my hair for me, blow dry my hair for me, braid it up for me, and then I'm gonna get a sew in. I What are you talking about? That's a luxury. Getting your hair combed is a luxury. Getting your nails done is a luxury. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Trey, do you hear me? Dry, brittle hair. Dry, brittle hair. And that's why we are mad and we hate our 4C hair. It's called texturism. A lot of people actually do love their 4C hair. The 4C community is oftentimes ignored and shunned from the natural hair um, lifestyle. Let's just be real. First of all, I'm not pro color or numbering our hair because I don't understand the numbers. I don't know which one I am or a letter. But for the people that do, y'all never promote 4C, so stop. Stop it. Even with the discrimination negative history associated with black hair, I don't think there will be progress until black women embrace their own hair. We can allow insults to stop us. Exactly, XXX. And that's the reason why it's imperative that we fix our community. Like, first of all, I'm not too fond of asking for respect. Let me just put it like that. Especially not from our oppressors. I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking to be included. I'd rather be left alone. That's just me. I'm not saying anything for anybody else, but I rather be left the fuck alone. I don't want to be included. I don't want to do kumbaya. I'd rather just live my life and you live your life. Now, we can break down over history every time we mind our own business, how they burn down our lives. Okay? I.e., Black Wall Street. We was minding our business, thriving. We had doctors, we had nurses, we had teachers, we had schools, we had banks, and they burned the shit down. They bombed us. So, again, we have to repair our communities. We cannot tell our children anything besides your hair is beautiful. Let's comb your hair. Let's do your hair. Let's make it positive. Let's sit down and do our hair. Not, oh girl, I'm tired of it. Oh, you just it's just nappy. Look at you. You look a mess. No. We have to start changing that. Dry and brittle wear with all the products. Exactly, Blackberry. I love mine. Some of the colors are crazy to me. I love mine too. I seen so many black women 4C crowns on TikTok. Man, let me tell you, I'm not gonna drop my friend's name, but baby, she does her motherfucking hair. This is my friend in real life. She does her hair, and her hair be bomb as F, and she has 4C hair. Bomb. I'm like, ugh. And mind you, every style that she rocks looks good. Silk press be on fleek, braids be on fleek, twist out be on fleek, braid down. You know that little, I forgot what it's called, but you know how you do the two plaits and it goes into like a little bun in the back, fleek. Man, stop it. Yeah, Trey, I do too. I don't know what I'm working with, nor do I care. I just, I love it. So Soldier said, "Hey, Adrian Chat, girl, I was 18 in the 80s. There were zero products for women of color except for creamy." Exactly, but we make it work. Why are we struggling to make it work now? We're not struggling to make it work. So we did talk about, and thank you for joining my live. Don't forget to like it. We're talking about how it appears that people may want to put a coat on us saying that we don't wear our natural hair, but if you look at the map that's on the screen, this is a diagram about how black hair is discriminated against and how it's legal. So whether you are in school or at your job, if you receive any comments that are negative or harsh from the states that are not in black, you cannot do anything about it. They do have the right to send you home. They do have the right to tell you to change it. And no, you cannot call HR. No, you cannot call the Board of Education. I mean, you can, but it's legal. And again, the natural hair movement is not for everybody. Just because people rather wear a perm does not mean that they have to be stoned. Some people just like that look. Can we just acknowledge that some people like that look? What is the problem? Why do we have to justify what we do to our hair? Why can't we just have respect and decency? Why? Is that too hard to understand? Lovely, exactly. I don't, girl, I don't understand it. Sis said, I blame my generation Gen X for not passing down hair care. My mother and big sis kept our hair legit. And again, there was not flat iron moisturizing. Exactly. And that's another thing. So, the generations before us, there was a whole, I would say, movement. There was a whole routine in grandmama doing mama's hair and mama doing baby hair. That was something that was really big, especially during the slavery times. And that's because of our roots. Our roots pre-slavery was we did so many different styles in our hair. This can be seen in the pyramids. This can be seen in statues. Y'all see little knots and little coils. We did our hair. There was a certain way that you would wear your hair to describe if you were fertile, if you were single, if you were engaged, if you were married. Like our hair throughout time has always told a story. We need to get back to promoting telling a story. But first, we do have to acknowledge that some people just don't know where to start, and that's okay. Jacqueline, you in a black state? That's really good. Lovely said, I cut my locks after 12 years because I didn't know my natural texture, and my mom did perms my whole life just to find out I had beautiful hair, but I was told it was nappy. Exactly, Lovely. Exactly. You were told it was nappy. A short Halle Berry cut with relaxer looks so bomb. I never get any. I never get it because my head big, but girl get dream. Girl, I'm too scared to cut off my hair. Like, um, Lovely, she used to have locks. My husband has locks. My mother-in-law has locks. My sister-in-law has locks. Like damn near his whole family has locks. And this is my husband's second time having locks. And they always say how your hair is your antenna, and locks in particular are like the antennas to the earth. He always said like when he first cut off his locks the first time, he said he felt weak, like he didn't feel rooted to the earth anymore. And that's when I really got to hear different perspectives of like black hair and what it was. Because again, I grew up in a very positive household as far as like, oh, you love your hair, it's, you'll be fine type stuff. But I never heard the terminology of, oh, your hair is your antenna, your hair is your connection to the earth. And if you really think about it, our hair defines gravity. That may sound like cliche and it may sound like a joke, but nah, bro. It really does. It really does. Ain't nobody fucking with us, okay? XXX said, we can expect change more black states if black women continue to sit in complacency with workplace discrimination by wearing wigs. There simply is not enough uproar. Many would rather wear wigs. So we can't mix agendas, XXX. Some people rather wear wigs not because they're complacent, but because they like that. It's their style. They like the wig. I don't wear weave, y'all. And I didn't bring that up in my comments where I was getting yelled at in my previous videos because I didn't want to mix the agenda. Like, oh, well, I don't even wear weave, but I don't. Not because I have a problem with weave. I don't know shit about it. Just like some people don't know shit about natural hair. I don't know nothing about weave. I had my first weave for my wedding and everyone hated me because I did this. I like patted my head for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I got it made into a wig and I still don't wear it. Right, Brittany, and it's a protective option. We like if you live in a state that has all four seasons, there ain't no way in hell you doing wash and goes in the middle of the winter. Like, stop the cap. But you necessarily don't want to wear a ponytail for weeks and weeks and weeks to get through the winter because that does make your hair dry and brittle. So the thing is, we should have the option of wearing our hair the way we want to. And again, XXX, it's all in perception. A lot of people think that a lot of people are complacent and sitting by while people are being discriminated at work. But no, we're actually in plain sight. Like Dove is one of the biggest endorsers of the Crown Act. They are one of the pioneers. They are the ones that helped start it. It's actually in y'all commercials. Motherfuckers still don't see it. So y'all do hear the uproar. A lot of celebrities talk about the Crown Act. A lot of people and celebrities and influencers have promoted this. Y'all, we have to do our part and actually acknowledge that maybe I ain't keeping my ear to the street. Maybe I ain't all as woke as I love to say I am. That is another option. Like I said, we are in an uphill battle. We damned if we do, we damned if we don't. Like y'all say we're not doing enough. Well, then y'all say we're doing too much. Which one is it? Because baby, this Crown Act has been promoted. I have talked about the Crown Act until I'm blue on the face and blue in the face on my platform. Y'all ain't hearing me though. XXO said, sometimes I think you have to make a sacrifice wearing your hair to evoke change, but I don't think black women care enough. So I understand having personal reasons for style choice. Talk is cheap. So you don't think that black people care enough and they have to invoke change. But if you're at work and you live in paycheck to paycheck, I can't tell you to be a part of the change to the point where you have to decide feeding your children or standing up for human decency. How the fuck did we get here? That's number one. How the fuck did we get to the point where we need to invoke change about our goddamn hair? That's number one. Number two, again, it's all in perception and your reality. A lot of people don't even know about this. A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people have to feed their children. So what I say is Everyone who is comfortable using their platform should be that platform, but we should not strong arm anyone and tell them how they should be changed. A lot of women will sign the bills or sign the petitions that's online, but no, I'm not going to tell anyone to wear an afro to work and their boss tells them that they need to go home and change it or they're fired. I ain't for that. Trey said, I have worn weave one time, but my dad has always told me I have beautiful hair and I should be proud of it. Exactly, Trey. My dad actually did not like braids and he did not like weave. And then he did not understand that you can wear your hair straight without a perm because he wasn't for the perms. So I had no choice but to figure out my hair. Yes, when they tried to cancel Dove, I said, "No, ma'am, I can't cancel that one." Exactly. Y'all don't, you have to make that decision that's best for you. Hey, Brittany, the map is the map for the states that either have banned the black hair discrimination, that talk about wearing your natural hair, that includes locks as well. And then the states that still are pending the Crown Act being passed, and then states that don't even have it. So that is what the map is. And then here you go. If it's one thing black people care about, it's for sure our hair. Yep. XXX said the same reason civil rights activists made sacrifices for us today. I love that you said that, XXX. So, when we had the civil rights movement and there was a lot of people that stood up to provoke change or invoke change, like you said, what did they have that we don't have today? Anybody in the comments know? Okay, fuck it, I'll tell y'all. So back then, whether you choose to follow Martin's way or whether you chose to follow Marcus Garvey's way or Malcolm X way, we had leaders, but we also had a community. Can y'all honestly say that we have a community where people are entrusting in us to do this to make it seem so easy? Because I mean, when they decided to stand on something, they didn't have no one fold. They stood on that shit. We ain't built like that. Or y'all ain't built like that. Not you, XXX. What I'm saying is we don't have a sense of a community. We don't have real leadership. Now, if you want to be the one, XXX, baby, now I'll be balls to the walls behind you or next to you, whatever you need me to do. But again, we have to get the education out there first. Then we can move to what happens now. Now you know the problem. Let's talk solutions because I love to talk solutions. I do. So after this live, I want to talk solutions. I want to talk about what we gonna do. If we all gonna go and we gonna march, let's fucking march. But again, y'all, we do have leaders that is talking about the Crown Act. Ain't nobody heard it because you have to be educated on it first. So that's why I'm using my platform to educate y'all. After that, the choice is yours. I don't want to see nobody in the comments talking about some, but you wear weave though. It's slow. Y'all sound slow. It's not a clapback. It's not a diss. Next. I want to hear what state you live in. Damn, you live in Texas? And I'm going to keep saying Texas because y'all know that's the mecca of the workforce. The fact that Texas ain't even considering the Crown Act, we need to infiltrate Texas. That's what we need to do. Thank you, Queen. Trace says, so here's my question. Do we always need a leader? No. I think we need a clear understanding of what we're gonna do, a clear understanding of what you about. Because like XXX said, it's a lot of people that rather talk about it than be about it, baby. I ain't talk is cheap, but I can be a millionaire if we being about it. So what's up? Like I want to see y'all be educated on it. Y'all need to know that it's a problem and the problem exists. Now that we know, what y'all gonna do about it? Now, but again, don't think that you're telling someone, because I know a lot of conscious people, like my aunt, baby, like my husband's family, they really about this shit. One wears weave. Baby, don't mind your business. Mind your business. She can wear weave. She likes it. It's a hairstyle. However, we want it to be an option where if our sister, like myself, or anyone in the comments, rather wear their hair in their natural state, because that's also a hairstyle, but it's actually the thing that grew out of their hair, they can't change it, should be afforded to them. It shouldn't even be no question about, damn, I got to go to work, or damn, I got to go to school, and people may tell me to change my hair. I love this live, but nobody heard it because actions speak louder than words. I would love it for Black women to organize. Yes, I love that idea, XXX. A natural hair day at workplace. I love that. I absolutely love that. Now you talking, baby. Now you talking. I love that idea. I love that idea. Now that's nice. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about doing natural hair day at work? I think that is a really good idea. A really, really good idea. And a natural hair day at school or just on Instagram. We can make a hashtag. We can do all that because remember, all you look, baby. If we make a national son day and national daughter day, which I ain't never heard of in all my life, we can damn sure make a national natural hair day. Brittany said, "Did we decide we were accepting Brianna's apology?" Sorry, I'm late. Brittany, I talked about the apology and I said it's up to y'all. I already knew what it was going to be about in her apology. She stated that that's something that's just how she grew up talking, and that's just the way that she's always going, not the way she's always going to be, but the way that she's always talked. So it's up to you. If you want to accept the apology, do it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to persuade anyone to decline an apology. Brittany said that they wear their natural hair a lot in Texas and they know not to play with us. I think it depends on what part of Texas, because Texas is racist. XXX said until all the states turn black, period. This is happening to the kids with teachers cutting their hair or telling them that they need to look presentable. Yeah. It's like Trey lives in Missouri like me. She lives in St. Louis. I live in Kansas City. And we live in a very, very hard state when it comes to um, racism, y'all. And then especially like Kansas City, because we're literally across the street from Kansas. Yeah, they are racist out here. So everybody's saying that that would be cool. They like the idea. I feel like people would make it a competition. What do you mean, Sky? Rainy Day said my problem with her apology was how she prefaces my mom and dad always will call their hair nappy. Yeah. Yep. That's what exactly what we said earlier, Rainy. It starts at home. And that's the reason why she thought it was okay, because a lot of people talk like that. I think 2 weeks ago was National Afro Day. See, Black, see, I missed that. And my ears always to the streets. So it sounds beautiful, but the reality of it might not be. But see, the thing is, I just feel like how I'm talking to y'all, and I have 89 people in here right now. Thank you guys. Don't forget to like it. I feel like it's just as simple as this. Like, hey y'all, let me show y'all this map. Did you know that this is going on? Ain't that shit crazy? Have this ever happened to you? Because a lot of people have horror stories. All you gotta do is ask them. All you gotta do is incite the conversation. I'll tell you that people are like open books. You seen how many people came in these comments and was like, "Yeah, it's happened to me." Yeah, they just don't talk about it. Some people are very passive, and that's not a bad thing. Like one of my sisters, she's very passive. She only talks when she's spoken to. So you always have to ask open-ended questions. I'm not. I know it sounds like a walk in the park, like the way I'm saying it, but I'm just saying, like, is all I have to do is just start a conversation about it. Share it on Facebook. Talk about it with your close friends. Because remember, if y'all can talk about love and hip hop and y'all can talk about Briana Monique, then y'all can also turn around and be like, "So, are you aware of the Crown Act?" Like that can be a conversation, and then they go to their mama, "You know about the Crown Act?" And then they go to their person, "You know about the." That's really how it starts. For Brie, I see her true colors now. Then she added that tad bit about her not being around her fight. Yeah, girl. Yeah. I was like, we didn't need to know about your daddy. I'm done with here. I'm moving to Texas to help the state turn black. Man, I'm telling you, Penny, my friend is moving to Texas, and I'm about to tell her because, baby, she gonna wear her fro. I'm in Colorado, so it's refreshing to see that they passed the Crown Act. Yep, it is refreshing. But Colorado, just think of it like this: if they got cannabis out there, you know that they free. They free. They're like one love. We can talk about cannabis next, y'all. Morgan, but would participating these days contribute to further violence and harassment in the workplace? So that's the thing. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Like I already said, I don't think that anybody should put their job on the line if they're not comfortable. If you got to feed your family, feed your family. But it starts with the hashtag. Like before you go to work, you can definitely take a picture and wear your afro and be like, okay, I'm gonna, zip up my little coat for a little bit. And when I'm gonna come back home, I'm gonna go to the grocery store with my afro out. I'm gonna go to a date with my afro out. You know? When I'm the prettiest, I'm gonna wear my afro, I'm gonna wear my curly hair, whatever. I'm doing a twist out, whatever you want to do. Because everybody don't want to wear afro. Some people rather wear, little plaits in their hair. Whatever you want to do. And you put on a face full of makeup and you dress up. Because remember, you don't have to have a silk press and you don't have to have weave to look put together when you're going on a date or when you are dressing up for a special occasion. Like, y'all remember, I think like last year, it was a trend going around like, this is me with my braids going to a um a dress up dinner. Because a lot of people said like people would take their braids out because they didn't feel like it was classy enough. So they started like a hashtag about that last year, and I liked it. Rainy Day says, I can't understand having a platform in black spaces without having understanding that the way she spoke on her mom's hair was unacceptable. Like, how dense, socially inept can you be? A lot of people are, and a lot of people are very matter of fact. And their biggest argument, and the reason why I'm talking about it now, is that we don't love ourselves. Like, that is the major thing, and it's being used against us. We do. We know that we have a lot of internal healing to do, and we have to talk about it. We have to share our stories. We have to heal our hurt, heal our inner child. And I did a live with my sisters about this, like resetting your spirit and showing up for yourself, because we're just, as black women, we are not granted that grace. We're just not. So yeah, I can tell someone like Brie how she has me upset because of the way that she spoke about black hair. And I can also acknowledge that maybe, yeah, I have fallen victim to down in myself, not treating myself appropriately. Like, damn, I told myself I didn't like my hair. I wished for a different hair. I can be honest and real with myself and say that, but then I can also say, but not, no more, no more. I'm going to start to love myself. Sky O said, when I was in school, natural hairstyles were really popular, but a lot of people joked on you if your natural hair didn't look like natural hair goes, especially if you were transitioning. Yep, Sky. We talked about how 4C is not allowed in the natural hair community. It's not something that is really talked about in the natural hair community. Like when we talk about natural hair, it's like the picture perfect curls every single time. And I can definitely say, people talk about how much weave cost. Baby, I'm spending $100 on hair products and they potentially don't work. Can we get on that? Can we get on that? Then we got all these unreadable words on the hair product bottles, and then I get on TikTok and they tell me that that product that I just put on my hair contains an ingredient that's gonna make my hair dry and brittle. Then I get on YouTube and you bitches is telling me that I'm black with dry and brittle hair. It's a never ending cycle. Y'all hear this? I'm not laughing, but I'm just like, shit, I'm walking y'all through it. Like, damn. Trey said, I like that hashtag too. I love when my braids were styled up for 5 or black tie. Yep, I love it. I love that whole movement. It was really cute. Brittany said, I think it was an honest mistake on Bray's behalf, but it was a bit arrogant. But I don't know if her mother instilled that in her. Yeah, her mother didn't. Her mother didn't. And we have lost ourselves. Like I said a few moments ago, our hair was always something to take pride in since the beginning of time. Our hair has always told stories. Our hair has always presented us to this world. And you can tell a lot about who we are and where we come from with our hair. We need to get back to that. But through a lot of trauma, we have maybe not repeated the stories as much. We have not instilled things in us. And it's never too late to say, you know what, I'm going to be better for my children. I'm going to be better for my nieces. I'm going to be better for my nephews. Black Fairy Bantu knots and or flexi rods were so trendy. If anyone needs to start a packet for natural hair, Black Fairy. One thing I ain't never been able to do was no flexi rod or perm rods. I don't. That shit is trigonometry. I don't know how to do that. Like I said, again, we out here spending all this money and it's hard. Like at one point in time, YouTube, you couldn't get on YouTube without seeing a natural hair video. Like, let me go through my subscription list. Let me see if any of them are still in my subscription. But I used to follow so many women that used to do like I think it was like Mo Knows Hair, and I can't remember her other one. It was one lady in particular that had similar hair to me. I can't remember her hair, but her channel changed. She had daughters, so then she used to do her daughter's hair on there. But she's the one who taught me how to wear turbans. I just can't remember her hair. And everything that she would put me on was really the holy grail. Yeah, my mother-in-law and sister-in-law have sister locks. Oh, you said sis have locks. Okay. Another thing, having babies, to purposely not look like you. Yeah, there was a girl that was trending on Facebook, I believe last week, and she was like, if I have a daughter that ever looks like me, I'm gonna give her away. And then was like, she needs to have the perfect body, tiny waist, big butt. Like she really made a whole status about what her future child was gonna look like, and everybody was like, "Ma'am, do you know how beautiful you are? Why the fuck did you make this status?" And she was like, "Fuck y'all." So in comparison to what you're around, other work with finer hair, they take that in, and biracial women are like sponges. They do soak up game because they don't be knowing. Yeah. See, now I got dragged in my comments for calling a biracial woman black, y'all, and I ain't going down that rabbit hole again. If y'all want to talk about science versus and DNA versus social class, we can. But baby, I didn't even know that it's a whole movement of biracial people aren't black. Again, it's all in your perception. I never heard of this shit ever in my life, and I'm sorry to offend anyone. I'm not trying to be ignorant. I did not know that. Y'all are talking about the one drop rule is has been canceled, and I'm just trying to figure out because I've been to the morgue and stuff, and that toe tag don't say biracial. All the people that pass away that's biracial be checked as black. When I go to the doctors and I see the list, I don't be seeing biracial. I do see other, but I see black, white, native, Hispanic non-black. I don't be seeing biracial. Not when we're talking about black being the other part of the racial. Yes, Yolanda Renee. That was the channel. I used to like Maui Moisture. Right now, I've been on TGIN and MIL. I'm never leaving them. Them two are th- those two. I love them. I love their company. I've stalked them on Instagram. I think I'm gonna apply for them. Like I love them. Trey said another thing is having. Oh, okay. Brittany said, Trey, so true. I wanted a chocolate boy, and my chocolate boy has locks. He will for sure know how handsome he is. Exactly, Brittany. Man, I can do a flat twist, and flat twist really is the GOAT. That makes my hair look the best. They have a vanilla bean hair butter that is amazing. That will have your 4C hair moisturized and defined. Okay, Imma get it then, Brittany. Maui Moisture, the vanilla hair butter, period. Man Tray, chocolate baby with long eyelashes, period. I'm still trying to have a chocolate baby. I don't know what type of shit is going on. Cause I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Devin got melanin. I ain't got none. Downright disrespectful. But baby, I'm manifesting a chocolate sun. I sure am. Lord have mercy. They say you don't fit in, then get mad when you claim them as black. I know, Brittany. I said, damn. I guess we do things differently in Missouri. Hold on. Trey said, I just saw a group of mixed girls all identified as black having a therapy session about white moms and what it was like. Damn. A biracial person can't identify as black, in my opinion. Shift. If people don't want to be black, they still can, or still at least are a part, or a person of color. I don't like my thing is I say black as far as dominant gene. The black gene is dominant. Like Dr. Umar said, you can't mix chocolate milk and white milk and have half white or half chocolate milk. It's just chocolate. That's it. Think of that when you talk about science. Yep, Penny P. Thank you. Just no genetics. This is science. Y'all talking about social class. I get what y'all saying for a social class. Race is not real. It's a social class. Genetics is real. It's DNA. Okay? Once you have that one drop, you got it. That's just why. So y'all have heard those stories about like, post slavery time. Let's go there. Let's start there. Right after slavery, y'all heard about those people who maybe were mixed. So their father was, the plantation owner, the slave owner, and the mom was the slave, right? And then she had another child, or so that baby had another baby, but this person had a baby with another white man. We're speaking hypothetically. So of course the black gene is getting farther and farther away. So then their child has another baby by another white person. Now this child, so the fourth generation, gets married to another white man. They have a baby. The baby does not necessarily look the way they expected it to look. So the fourth generation had to go and say, why does my baby kind of have a tan, y'all? Why the hair look a little too curly, y'all? The daddy's over here like, did you cheat on me? And she's like, hell no, I didn't. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So the fourth generation had to go back to her mama, and then that mama had to go back to her mama, and that mama had to go back to that mama. And lo and behold, they found out that their great 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 grandma was black. That shit pops up, y'all. It's not funny, it's real deal. That shit be like, woo, got your ass. Show do. Show do. Got your ass. A lot of white people have dealt with this, y'all. Especially during that whole 23andMe shit. Y'all just gotta keep y'all ear to the streets. Y'all gotta really read some books. Y'all really gotta watch some documentaries. Y'all really gotta look at these census. Cause baby, a lot of people cause white people love to talk about the purity. So when y'all hear about the pure, they believe in having pure blood. Baby, they started doing them 23andMe's. And people was having a whole bunch of bitch fits over there because they did not have the purity shit that they be talking about. It wasn't pure, baby. It was not pure. Especially if you don't like black people and then you got to figure out why you just birthed a baby that ain't black but is black. Okay? We can go on about this for days and days and days and days. So when I refer to people as black, I'm just talking about DNA, not race. Chocolate babies don't come out of clear mommy's lap. Girl, you are such a hater. It's okay, Brittany. When I have my next baby, don't worry. Camille Rose is the GOAT. See, I had used Camille Rose, but then y'all know my hair, like, your hair gets used to like a certain product. So that's when I got introduced to the Mayel. And then I just be trying a new line and her stuff all the time. And then now I'll be using the TGIN. So Target has always been with the ish rainy days, but Walmart's catching up there. Walmart's getting up there, baby. What about Pitt? What's Pitt? Trey, are you going to watch that passing movie on Netflix? No, I've never seen it. XXX said, "What about pit bulls and Chihuahua? Would you get a full pit? I think not. That one drop rule is inaccurate." Now, that's when you talk about phenotypes. And that's like that. I don't know, baby. I ain't no dog, and I'm not really a dog person. So I don't think I can really talk about that statement. But a few seconds ago, I definitely told you how the whole y'all can keep saying that the one drop rule don't matter until four generations in, y'all have a black baby. A lot of people don't know about the Eve gene. They sure don't. They find out the hard way. A lot of them trying to get rid of their family members after looking at their 23andMe. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. A lot of people had to get some DNA tests because they thought their woman stepped out on them and had this baby when really they didn't. I saw on TV a lady found out her mom died. She was black. She had her dad was a pig. But never knew he married black women. Girl, Thanksgiving was a little. Hey Hannah, you back, girl? Remember that show where a celeb would do their ancestry? Alicia Keys was going to go on it, and her grandma was no. Some fair family secrets was about to be exposed. Yeah, Oh, shoot, hold on, my headphones fell off. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done the 23andMe or nothing like that. I never did it, but I do know that a lot of people feel like that. Hit the thumbs up or send $100 cash app to the host. The choice is yours. Exactly. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. We got 75 people up in this video. A lot of people in the bushes, but I still appreciate y'all. I really want y'all to call in. I just want to talk about Hannah. You know how the family secrets is, like Granny shooting her granddaddy and granddaddy having three side babies. Family secrets. That's for real. A lot of people was having side babies back in the day. Okay, y'all, I just put it in the comments. Let me pin it. Call in because I've been on here for an hour and 18 minutes. I'm just gonna be on here for a bit longer, but we can talk about what do y'all think about the apology? Do y'all think that things are going to change? And then heck yeah, Trey, your mama ain't your mama. That's another one. I'm telling you, a lot of people that are white passing are racially ambiguous. They found out that they was black and been kicking the air ever since. LAH, what do you think about black men? Girl, I love them. I love them. I love black men. Me and my sister still live about that on Sunday, LIN or LAH, and we talked about black women and black men dating. Yep, Brittany, the mama is the aunt, and the aunt, yep. And then your daddy ain't your daddy. There's a whole bunch of them. And then y'all know, like back in the day, they used to write our birth certificates. So it's so many people out here will misspell names, incorrect birthdays, not really knowing what their real birthday is or how old they are. Then you have the people that was switching the kid's birthday to go to school. Mm, mm, mm. Hannah, I know YouTube. Y'all gotta be on it because YouTube they blocked my own comments. My cousin thought one man was his father, then found out as a teen he wasn't. Yeah, I had a coworker who, yeah, Hannah, they are blocking comments. But I had a coworker that did the 23andMe, and that's when she found out her daddy wasn't her daddy. Because the whole family did it. So it was her, the daddy, the mama, all that. Everyone did it, but my coworker got different results than everybody else. And she said, she was like, I knew something wasn't right because she just didn't look like everybody. She's like, I didn't look like everybody, but my mom would always tell me I looked like such and such in the family. I can't remember who she said it was, but she would always be told that. So she would be like, okay, so I look like this person, whatever. But she was like, she just knew, like, why am I the only one that looks different? And yep, they kept it a secret that the daddy wasn't her daddy. Then I had a friend who went off to college and she had to get something done and she found out her daddy wasn't her daddy. Well, and the daddy found out too. Both so my coworker daddy didn't know that he wasn't her daddy, and then my friend, my high school friend who went off to college, they both didn't know either. And I forgot what she had to get done in college or to go to school and she had to get something. And she's like, "Oh, I'll just have my daddy do it with me." And they was like, "No, he's not a match." That's how she found out. Okay, hold on, Trey. Trey, so they're doing a lot of PORN bombing in this other sector that I be frequenting. So if you just want to show me a middle finger, I'll let you on. Then you can hurry up and turn off. Okay. Boom. Okay.
You know, it's hard to figure it out. I'm like, where's my camera again?
Girl, I'm like, oh, I know I'm asking for a lot. Some people be on their lives twerking to get in. I'm like, I'll just do a middle finger.
Oh Lord, you must have been in the beef sector because that's the only sector I know that be having porn bombs.
Yep, baby, I'm over there. I'll be in the hood. I'll be in the trenches, in the bushes
Girl, you
though.
be in the street.
Girl, I'm like, damn, let me not be over here and rub nobody the wrong way, cause y'all wish I would post my damn granny. I'ma fuck y'all up.
They post everybody. They do the absolute most over there. That's like my little guilty pleasure. I ain't even gonna lie.
Man, but I can't look. Baby, I'm wore out. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do my own live today, and I'm just not even gonna indulge in the hood because they are a little too thoroughbred over there for me.
Man, everybody went live today. I was like, listen, I can't even catch up. I don't know what y'all talking about.
And you know what make it so bad? Like, I be trying to tell people, and my husband, he be overhearing, like, me watching these videos, and he be like, "They sound good, but you can tell they ain't really with that shit." I'm like, "Exactly, I thought it was just me. Like, y'all ain't really about that life, 'cause we get down out here. We dragging granny, grandpa, we looking up tolls, we doing all that. Y'all gonna be ran off the internet." So,
Now,
I was
now you know the one girl. Okay, the one girl that was doing all that, that really was about that life. She got BS. She got put in jail. I said, "Child,
she got
it
put
ain't
in.
worth it."
Okay, well, I ain't going to jail. It ain't worth it now. I don't even wanna argue with nobody on YouTube. It's okay.
Yeah, arguing on YouTube is crazy. But what's I gonna say? Oh, about Brie, because I did watch her. Like I said before, she's boring, but I watch the Glam Twins, so I give everybody at least a little try.
Right, and if it's background noise, it's background noise. Period.
Exactly. I feel like Brie has said slick stuff before like that. She just didn't. She just never got called out like she has now.
Yeah, and see, that's what somebody else said in my comments, like, "Nah, she been saying real slick stuff." They actually said all of the ATL girls be saying slick stuff, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I heard
"Damn,
that
now I gotta
too.
pay attention, cause I be missing it."
Exactly. But I do think a lot of people watch her because she is, like you said, aesthetically pleasing. And, she a young girl. She obviously has like a little bit of money or a little sponsor or whatever. So, yeah, people want to watch her, see what her life is like.
And then some
But
people get it confused with watching her and idolizing her. Like a lot of people have this mis conception of, see, this is what I get for praising her. And it was like, hold on, baby, wasn't nobody praising her. I just liked her perfume hauls. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah,
it's not the same. But we do have to face that reality that she does have that pretty privilege. And then on top of it, she is a somebody said she racially ambiguous. Homegirl is not, but we'll go with it.
She looks like
She's
a black girl to me, just light skin. She do not look racially ambiguous to me. I
She
don't know. Maybe I.
don't. Girl, that's why I said, "Damn, y'all got different vocabulary." I gotta figure out where these people are from because it will tell you, their thought process or how they view things. But I'm like, baby, what? Because her hair ain't giving me racially ambiguous. My sister Norm D has that same type of hair. Sis is black. Her skin tone ain't giving me racially ambiguous. I'm the same color as her. I'm black. Like it just shows that we are so unique. You don't know what we're gonna get. So I view racially ambiguous as the person that someone was talking about in my live yesterday, the homegirl that can't sing, whoever that girl was, and I forgot who she was. I googled her, but she was racially ambiguous. She did look white. I ain't gonna
Oh, you're
lie, she
talking about
did.
Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey. She racially ambiguous. If
Yeah,
I
she
seen her
is.
on the street, I wouldn't think that. But if I saw Brie on the street, cis black. That's how I would view her. She's not racially ambiguous. But people said that, that's the reason why we're going to give her a pass. But in all actuality, I ain't going to be, I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm just going to bring it up because, I mean, she's not going to be canceled and she's going to come back from this. Like, people keep saying, like, it's going to be a while before she recovers. Raven Elise and Victoria Logan, them two show they ass on Twitter. They used to have Twitter fingers. And the things that they
Woo! I
said
remember
about
them
Black
days. Raven
girl.
Elise.
And Raven
Raven Elise had a whole, I don't know if you remember this, but Raven Elise had a whole like Tumblr blog. And in that
yes.
blog, she would talk about her family and talk about how her brother and her older siblings was like darker skin and how, she really didn't want to be around them because they had dark skin and they didn't look like her and her younger sister and her mom treated them different.
Mhm.
It was a whole thing and people lit her ass up.
So it started on Tumblr. So she used to be very crazy on Tumblr back in her emo days. And then she went to Twitter. But then remember the Snapchat, baby. Like if y'all
Oh,
was
I forgot
around
about
during the
that.
Snapchat, like the reason why she does not use Snapchat is because she used to show her ass, especially when she was pregnant. So I'm not bringing her up to bash her because maybe she elevated. I'm just using this for an example. So when she was literally on Twitter talking about Blue Ivy, like how the fuck you gonna do our virtual niece like that? Talking about she need a comb, talking about she doesn't want to be black. I looked up the tweets today because I was gonna do a video, but she was saying that she doesn't want to be black. She wants to be called caramel and how black people are ghetto. Sis went from that to then being a raging bull on Snapchat, but then now she's at over 1 million subscribers and it's in the past. Is it right? No. But do I think that people are going to put the pow pow down on Brianna? Nor do I want them to. I don't care. But no, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
She's not going to get
I
canceled.
feel
And
like her mom wasn't gonna let who's that? Chef Tony, she wasn't gonna let her daughter fail. She was like, we cleaning it up. And
Chef
she has
Tony was
not
a love
ever made a
mama.
statement like that ever again.
Yeah, but Chef Tony probably was telling her too, like you do got good hair. She probably was telling her that shit. Just like a lot of other
Probably.
black moms. But she told her, "Get off Beyonce's internet with that foolishness. We got money to make."
Now we got money to make.
Chef Tony getting her to them deals. She do. She worked with Target. She worked with Walmart. Remember, she was dogging Walmart, then got endorsed by him. I said, look, if y'all don't see that anything can happen on Beyonce's internet, here you go. Here you go.
Exactly. I remember when her and her mom got the same car. I said, "Oh, baby, she really making money."
And she bought her mama the car. Like, I was like, "Oh my god." Like, "Okay, girl. Okay." And I'm not mad at her. I just don't put like, I don't glorify these people, and a lot of people were saying, like, "You guys are glorifying, these women and that's the way she acts that's the way they act the way they do." No, they act the way they do because of their upbringing. I'm not saying it's right, nor do I care. Look, I ain't supporting it. It's cool, whatever. I hear about these people in passing now. I scroll on YouTube and be like, oh, that's a Target ad, or I'm on Instagram, I'm like, oh, this is an ad and it's Raven. But I'm not necessarily going to be praising her, but she did issue an apology about her tweets and people forgave her and she got 1 million subscribers. So
Yes, I feel like I had to kind of get myself out of these bloggers. Ever since that wig thing, I said, "Oh no, ma'am, I can't be this invested no more. I'm just click and go. Move on
Yeah.
to a different sector.
And I think that's why it depends on what you watch too, because there's so many different sectors. But the black girl luxury sector, which is the part that Brianna is a part, they don't really have to talk. So remember, they're just supposed to show us the products and the luxury, have nice music in their background. We're not holding them for like education, inspiration, none of that. We just want the deets on luxury items. But then you have like the
Exactly.
wig situation. She built her platform off talking. So that's how we was able to call out inconsistencies of lies. So maybe that's why I was more so like not listening to everything that Brianna said, because I didn't look to her like that. I would just listen to her in the background and be, wait for her to be like, girl, you got to smell this or you got to try this. That's it.
Yeah. She would, I mean, she does like if you are looking in that sector, she does give you good like little pieces if you want, or put you up on something new. But I had to when she was doing her like get ready with me, I'm like, oh baby, this girl, this is one of those. And I never say this about women. You should be seen and not heard.
Oh, you sound like my grandpa. Trey, you going to hell, you going to hell, you going down. No, you didn't say it should be seen and I heard.
Because she was like, they asked her, somebody asked her a question, and she was like, oh, what did I? She basically was trying to say like she had like feminine energy and she wanted to be like more like trying to tell people how to be more feminine. She was like, you just do things for yourself. That's it. You just do things for yourself. I'm like,
Girl, right. Just show us the perfume. Show us. Put up the perfume. T Talk a lot said, but haven't we all said problematic things before we were so called woke and had a past? Many of our parents instilled some racist things. We've all had to unlearn. She's older now. Yeah, exactly. And see, my family, because yeah, I get in trouble for my mouth all the time, but it's not about black people. It's always about the oppressor, y'all. My mouth gets to going, I get a little too comfortable, and I gotta shut the hell up because I know that I can't talk like that in public. And you just never know what's going to be perceived as the wrong way. And I can't put that code on every white person. So I
yeah,
definitely get what you're saying, T Talk. I'm just saying I don't think that Brianna's career is gonna go down the toilet. I don't want it to go down the toilet. I'm not invested like that. I just covered the story because I'm like, sis, I know your ass didn't, but it
it
is what it
wasn't
is.
that she said. Okay, to me, it wasn't that. And like T Talk was saying, yes, we all have said things, but when we say it, do we? After we say what we say, do we be like, oh, y'all are being annoying?
Exactly, and I think you was in her community tab in like telling her like this is why we were upset. It wasn't about you turn off the it wasn't about your comment. It was what you did when we were in the comments trying to educate you on, how we were offended. And I think I saw your comment where you was like you said that we were being annoying and that you had time
Yeah, I
today.
did. And she replied to me, but it still was like, you still
Yeah,
didn't
she
hear
was
nothing I said.
No, she didn't acknowledge what you said when you was like, you said to us that you got time today and that we're being annoying. I meant to
She was just
screenshot it.
like, oh, they were being mean. It was how they said it. But isn't that what we're telling you? It was how you said it.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, she don't get it. She don't get it.
And then after she was like, you guys know that hard topics like this aren't my strong suit. We was like, we know, baby, we know.
And that's the reason why when you were editing and you repeated yourself twice before you went on to say the shit, you should just cut the clip smooth right there. I'm so excited to try
Yeah,
this
and to
product.
me, she only edited the clip out. It wasn't even like people had been talking about her and saying like, "Hey, what you said was wrong. Like you should really think about what you say before you say it." It wasn't until people started bringing up her actual personal business that she cut those comments off. It had nothing to do with the comment about the hair at all.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
shit.
people missed that part because I was replying to a comment. And somebody was like, I ain't gonna tell her business. I ain't gonna tell her business. But somebody was like, that's why blah blah blah. And she replied to that comment, and then right after that, she turned it off.
That's see, and my thing is with this topic, I would have educated her, but I don't. My thing is, we got to be at peace with educating whether they want to be educated or not and leaving it at that. See, you see how she hid the real agenda by saying y'all were being mean. So she's just
Hmm.
deflecting. She took the victim way out. If we all would have stayed on course and been like, "Look, sis, this is ignorant. This is inappropriate, and here's why," instead of giving into the whole, "Oh, you're being mean to me and I'm gonna talk about your personal life," then she couldn't have anything to do but face the music. Victims or people who have victim mentalities always go to what is easier, being the victim.
But then another thing I have to say is like you're 25, like you're not young, like not no fresh 21 or anything like that. You're grown, like you're living a luxury lifestyle, and you're telling me that you did not know that in 2021 what you said was inappropriate. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm like, you're not gonna deflect and say people was being mean to you. You knew that shit was inappropriate to say. Even if you grew up in a home where y'all did talk like that and y'all got really down with being, real ignorant, by just on your Twitter feed, on your Instagram feed, by seeing headliners that black hair, black women, all those things are triggers. Don't do it. Avoid
Exactly.
that route. So she knew that that was something that was not supposed to be talked about. She could play stupid all she want because she said, don't judge me, or don't, what did she say before she said the nappy phrase? She was like, don't judge me or don't do me, but my mom has nappy hair. You knew it. You had a a a preface to what you was trying to say, so you knew that shit wasn't gonna blow over.
But what's that saying? What did my dad used to say? Keep our business in the house. You knew if that's how your family referred to you that you was not supposed to say that out loud in public.
Period. It's kitchen table talk. You should have kept it at the kitchen table. Cause my thing is, I already know people talk like that. I really do. Like, I couldn't believe it, but they do nonetheless, and it is what it is. I don't see how you thought it was smart to really get on your platform and repeat that shit and then not apologize or not see why people would have been offended.
Right. And then there was the fact that like you did the apology so many days later after it really gained traction, because if nobody would have, like after she turned the comments off and nobody would have said anything else about it, she probably would have been on her regular schedule. But because it was
Mhm.
other YouTubers making videos about it and people were getting on her on Twitter, and she turned her Twitter off too. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Yeah, I was gonna do a video. Some page wrote me on Instagram and was like, she she deleted her Twitter. So I went on there because I didn't follow her on Twitter, and I seen the comments that was adding her, but I couldn't click her name because her page is disabled. But they was getting in her ass. They was getting in her ass.
Yes, I was like, well, she ain't gonna cut that Instagram off. She'd rather die before she cut that Instagram off.
Cause that's
But
her
she
bread and
left the
butter.
Twitter.
Cause people get
Hmm.
paid off Instagram, right? That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
I
I
think
don't
she
know. I could be
does
wrong.
get like paid for like the little sponsored ads, like when she tell people to swipe up.
Yeah, she wasn't gonna cut that off. But I know for a fact she turned off her comments on her Instagram page. I just didn't know that she deleted or disabled her Twitter.
Yeah, she definitely did that. But I just feel like you have to, sometimes I feel like it's not our job. Like she said, you live in a black household. So if you lived in a black household with a black mom and a black daddy, why is it other people's responsibility to teach you what's
Mhm.
correct and incorrect when speaking about black hair to black people, which is your demographic? Like,
Because
why do you have to do that?
her mom shares the same sentiments as her. Her mama wasn't taught. So you just gotta think of it like that. Like, if your mom is telling you and laughing like, "Girl, you better be lucky because I got nappy hair," of course you gonna go out and be like, "Yeah, I'm so lucky my mama got nappy hair. She told me." Everybody repeat what they damn mama said. So that's why she probably didn't think it all the way through. She should have. But her mama is not gonna teach her. So that's why she got spanked all throughout Twitter and Instagram.
By the internet.
By the internet. She got spanked. It's a good old black whooping because, and that's what I was trying to tell people in my comments when they kept saying, she's not a black woman, she's biracial. But I'm thinking, y'all not understanding the fact that even black people are ignorant to this. i.e., her mom. Her mom is a full black woman, and she clearly got the information from her mama. So what does that tell you? Just because you
That's what
black
was
don't mean
making
you
me
with the
mad because he
shit.
was like, she's not a black woman. I'm like, do you ever see her around any white people? Like, she is always like, she looks black to me. She's a black aesthetic, like
Her
everything just
name
gives
is
me black.
Briana Monique. What the fuck? Her name is not Penelope or Anastasia. Like, what are we? And I'm not saying that those are like white names, so I apologize, but I'm just saying, Brianna Monique. I don't know no white person named that. I just don't. That's just my
Exactly.
opinion.
I know one time I met a white Keisha. I was like,
I know a white Keisha too. I know a white Keisha too.
that must be a Missouri thing. Because I sure was like, girl, your name is what?
I know a white Keisha too. That's so funny. I'm like, who's Keisha? Looking all around, and she's like, me. I'm like, hey, girl. Shit, what's that?
And then
And
he's like, my mom just really liked the name. I just bet she did.
they sure do. They sure do. I know another. What is another white girl name that I knew that I was like, damn, that's your name? Dominique. I know a white girl named Dominique too. And I was kind of shocked because I was like, where you
Dominique is
from?
like I feel like that's like a racially ambiguous name.
You think so? See, no, I'm
Yes.
Like Jordan, and like those are like racially ambiguous because I know a lot of white girls. But I just never met a white person named Dominique ever, besides this one. Someone said she works with. Brittany said she worked with a white Nikita.
Nikita, her mama got a black man.
No, y'all don't remember that CW show name? The girl, she
Oh,
was Asian
Nikita,
and her name
yeah.
was Nikita. I love that show. That's
That
one of my
show was
favorite
so
shows.
good. I was mad they took that out.
That and Revenge. I was so mad when Revenge turned dry because that show was a hit maker too. We just don't have good TV no more.
We don't. Oh,
Do you,
I need to watch your review on Married at First Sight because Johnny.
I have never seen a toxic Asian before. He is so fucking toxic. Like oh my god, his own mama had or grandma had to get in him, and he's still sitting next to her pouting. I'm like, dude, it's so toxic. Poor Bao. Poor Bao.
Yeah. When she was like, I'm a director, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yeah, you tell him, girl. You ain't
Girl,
just sitting around doing nothing.
that's what I said in my video. I'm like, sis popped off on that camera. She had that little camera pinning over her food. And I do feel like Johnny yeah, he wasn't, or he's not taking this experience seriously. Like, I think he just wants an easy way out. And I do think maybe he do got a side piece on the side, low key. That's just my
Okay,
theory.
this is my last thing, so I don't want us to divert from our original topic, but I think he want a white woman. I don't even think he want no Asian woman.
But see, I don't think his daddy will be for that because remember his daddy wasn't even for this show because it's not like it's against their tradition and in their culture. And that's why his daddy didn't come to the wedding. So I feel like if he was to get a white girl, his family would not be having it simply because his
I feel
daddy
like
was
his
not.
dad, who we've
Because his daddy
never
said,
seen
"Don't bring
on the
your ass on
show,
there."
I feel like it's some trauma there.
It is, but you can tell in the way he behaves. He's
Yeah,
crying and he's hugging all the castmates. I'm like, poor man ain't got no hug in his life. Like you can just tell he
yeah.
he is toxic. And poor Bao wants to be perfect. I knew she was a little cuckoo when she went crazy about the snoring and how she was embarrassed. Like on episode 2, I'm like, Bao, we get it. You don't like that you snore, baby. What can we do? Like you're asleep. It's okay, honey. If y'all both sleep, no one can hear you snoring. That's the solution.
Exactly.
And she's like, I
Then
used
when
to.
on the next episode, he say, what did he say? He was like, I'm just not attracted to you. If I wanted to date you, I could have did it 15 years ago. I was like, Johnny, do you
Yes.
think you like fine? You're not.
Girl, every episode is something new. This episode it was you don't initiate with me. You don't initiate. You don't do things with me. The last episode it was she's just lying. She's just lying. I said, boy, you got a new complaint every episode. You don't want to do it. And then Brett and what's the Ryan? They so toxic. I didn't talk about them in this episode, but
Oh God. Yeah.
Ryan hates Brett, and I think Brett is so cute. She is a cute little girl to me, or woman to me, and
She got
Ryan
me
is like,
liking
no.
Julia Roberts.
She does, but I knew it was gonna be a red flag because remember on wedding day, she was like, she asked his friend, she was like, "So am I his type?" And they was like, "No." They immediately said it. I was like, "Damn."
He was like, no, they let her down easy first. He was like, oh, he usually doesn't date redheads. I was like, just say he ain't her type.
I'm like, "Oh my god," but she looks right with her red hair. I like it on her. I feel like if
Yeah.
she had any other color hair, it wouldn't probably look as good. I think she's one of those women that can really pull off that red hair. And he's not a looker, like, Ryan's not a looker, and he gives me dry eyes, so for him to keep saying, like, "She's not my type, she's my type," I'm like, "Damn, but you're the boring one." Brett's actually funny.
He, I don't know. All of them men on that show, I'm sick of them.
I'm sick of the whole season, the whole
I'm
this has been
sick
a
of them.
terrible
I'm sick
season.
of Bree. I'm sick.
You sick of who?
I said Bree.
Who is Bree?
Briana.
Oh! I'm like, "Who on the show named Bree?" I know I'll be half listening, but who's Bree? What the fudge? Oh, okay. Girl, I didn't know we was calling her Brie. Girl, I always call her Brianna, or I don't call her nothing low key. I just click her videos and play in the background. Kyra, my friend. Period. It's the only
I
one I
love
know.
Kyra.
I
Now
know, and I
she's
can't
not the
believe
most. Kyra is like your homegirl, like a little rough
Kyra
around
can't
the edges, but
pronounce.
she
She can't
knows.
pronounce shit, but she keeps me rooted to my roots. She is ghetto, and I love it. I love it. Like no, I love it. I hope she never changes. Like I hope her platform doesn't try to, because I be reading her comments and they are mean to her. Like, girl, you missaid this. I'm like, dang, we know she said it wrong, but y'all ain't gotta be so hard in these comments.
But she been saying things wrong for the
That's
longest,
what
and she came
I'm saying.
on.
And she says it, she's like, "I know I didn't pronounce that." And then she just still goes on and she still be doing her little ads in her video and she does it in the best way. She always sneaks
The
her little
last
ads
one, I
in.
was like, now she done got me listening to this damn ad.
About trail mix, you talking about the one on the
Yes.
new vlog? Yes. I said, "Who? I'm about to look that up." I said, "I have to stop this." But she really was selling it because she in a car with trail mix. I'm like, "Who eats trail mix?" Like in a car. But she made it
Yes.
sound good. And then she pubbed it again, like in halfway through the video. She's like, "Yeah, I got my
Yeah, I was like, it must be good.
Toodaloo."
But look, I'm not even gonna lie. I bought so much because Kyra was like, this is good, this is good. Girl, she got my skin all the way together. So she will
Sure
always
did.
forever be
Even though that
my
Ebony Woods
homegirl.
stink. Did you buy the Ebony Woods tray?
I'm getting because we don't have a Zara, so you know.
You can buy it online. It stank. It
But
stank.
I didn't want to buy it online in case it did stink because you know she like musky like fragrances, and
Mhm.
I don't really like musky fragrances. I like to smell like a woman.
Me too. She gives me like she has the same scent palette as the Glam Twins because they like musk too, and I don't like that. Like I'm like a Marc Jacobs perfect type person. I'm not a Ebony Woods musk. I like floral. I like
Yeah,
sweet
even with
floral.
the Tom Ford, she be like Tom Ford to me. It doesn't matter what scent it is. It
Smell like
just
cologne.
stinks.
Smell like cologne.
Yes, every time I'm like, why do y'all like this? This stink.
Girl, I'm so
Yeah.
mad. I bought the Ebony Woods perfume and the lotion. So I ain't gonna lie. So I got it, and then the way it smells in the bottle, I was like, okay, this shit
If
stink.
you don't get that to
And
your husband and call it a day.
no, he said I smell like an old lady. I was like,
Look,
oh, I'm gonna
this what
get
your boyfriend
her.
is. Because your man said you smell like an old lady. You was giving white diamonds, Elizabeth Taylor.
Girl, he was like, "What's that smell?" I'm like, "Nothing." So then I sprayed it on my body after he left to go to work. I was like, "I'm gonna try this out," you know. So I sprayed it on my body, and I kept smelling it throughout the day. And it does smell good, like, after throughout the day, but I'm
Mhm.
telling you, if you have somewhere to go, do not put Ebony Woods on you and then go somewhere immediately. Like, you won't have to get that shit a good 30 to 40 minutes because it comes off as old lady. It warms up, after your fair nose hits it, but straight
Mhm.
out, I don't care what no one says. It smells like an old lady. Smells like old lady.
Mm-mm. Now,
But you
what
have to
she
try
did,
it.
what was it? Vanilla something. It was a Seven Virtues vanilla. Vanilla
Girl, I
Woods or
know
something like that.
Vanilla Woods. It's Vanilla Woods.
That smells good. It smells like if you like vanilla flavor. I mean vanilla
See,
scent, that smells like
if it
vanilla.
do it smell like marshmallow, body butter? Because if it don't smell like that, I don't like vanilla scent.
No, it don't smell like marshmallow. It would complement marshmallow. I always tell people in her Discord, like if you do marshmallow and Prada candy, girl, it's a wrap. It's
Ooh,
a
now
wrap.
you on to something. Okay, Imma have to try that. Imma have to try that. Because the way
That
the
smells
marshmallow
good.
smells, like, I don't even have to put no perfume on top of it. Like, I just put that on and it's good. So Imma have to
I
try
told
the Prada
you.
candy.
You gotta get the oil because the oil has an even stronger scent to me. I put that on. I would put like
Yes.
a little bit on the top of my head, and I smell it all day.
Imma have to see, when I ordered the oil, I ordered it right before or right after she started the sale, and then I guess she turned on the oil, and I had already placed my oil order, so Imma do that next.
Oh yeah, but yes.
Hene just said, "I like Ebony Woods." Dang. Okay, so okay, don't let me tell steer you wrong.
Right,
Try
I'm
it.
gonna tell you what you shouldn't like. I just don't like
Don't
smelling
let
like
me tell
it.
you, cause baby, I just was disappointed because between Kyra and then TikTok telling me to get Ebony Woods, they doing all these cute unboxing. I just knew it was gonna smell good, and when I got it,
That's
it's just
because
not the
everybody
same.
on TikTok watch Kyra.
Girl, everybody, but I be doing the black girl fragrance talk too because I'm like,
Oh,
dang, I gotta keep my scents. I'm a scent person, like I like that. But my husband loves scent. So I was like, okay, let me keep my ear to the streets. So when somebody was like, yeah, this smells good, I'm like, okay, everybody's saying it, let me try it. But it just, no, it's just not for me. And then it's definitely not for my husband.
he said, "No, ma'am. Just
He
go
was like,
ahead
this
and
one
try
like an
it."
old lady.
Not an old lady.
Yeah, it's an old lady. Hey, Roxy. But yeah, I'm about to get off of here. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Thank you so much, Trey, for joining my panel and giving your thoughts about Briana Monique and how everything went down. We'll
You're
see what
welcome.
happens because this is a never ending cycle here on YouTube.
Exactly. Bye.
Bye. Okay, yeah, I'm about to get off here. It is 11:07. I'm an old lady. I'm about to take me a bath and put on my Spruce Beauty Marshmallow Body Butter. Promote Black business, buy black. If you got in here late, we were talking about the Crown Act. I encourage you all to go look up the Crown Act, get educated, get inspired, and be the change. So I would say look up in the Crown Act, figure out how you can try new hairstyles, try to love yourself, whatever the case may be. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe on your way out. Peace.